The wonderful thing is there's so many amazing advances of medicine, cardiac medicine, that we're making, and we're making them fast. So you think about 5-10 years from now, what they'll have that could change his life.
We were almost afraid to let ourselves fall in love with our new boy because we were afraid that in a few days we're going to be saying goodbye to him.
We had his nursery all set up and everything, and I had to shut the door. I couldn't walk past it just because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to bring a baby home to put in it. In July of 2013, I went for a routine ultrasound. At that time is when they discovered something might be wrong with the heart. He had what was called truncus arteriosus, which basically means instead of a pulmonary artery and an aorta, he only had one. It was a trunk that never divided within development. The surgeon that we were speaking to at the time basically said, "I think you need to prepare yourself to let your boy go to heaven." I think my reaction was just, you don't even know my child, and you're already giving him a death sentence. I mean, he hasn't even come into this world yet. We don't know what he's going to do. We don't know how he's going to react. Ended up having him 6 weeks early. I remember him being born and just being so in awe of how perfect he looked. He just was screaming his little head off and shaking his fists, and I just thought, oh, we've got a fighter, we've got a fighter. For the first surgery that he had at 6 days old, the goal was basically to repair the other parts of his heart defect. And I remember just sitting there just pleading, give me some sort of something to hang on to, something that I can hang on to get me through this. And I remember the thought coming into my head of, no matter how short your son's story is, it will be used. And that gave me the peace that I needed to get through that day.
I mean, it was a long, grueling day.
9-hour surgery. I just remember walking into that room, and I mean, they have so much equipment all over them, but I remember how pink he looked. I remember that was like, his coloring was so good, and for some reason that gave me hope. He had just turned 6 months. We brought him in because he was struggling to breathe, even with the oxygen. And they said, yeah, I think he's finally telling us that it's time that he needs a new valve. He's just not going to make it much further without it.
Second surgery was a totally different feeling because we'd had the 6 months, obviously, of a lot of issues, a lot of support, a lot of care needed, but also you have a relationship with him at that point. He's been around for 6 months. But I went in with just a lot of confidence, like, whereas the first time we were just a mess, this time it was kind of like, okay, let's do this, get it over with and get him back home.
I remember his surgeon coming in, and he sat us down at that time and just said, I don't think he's big enough. He's just not, I've looked at the echoes, and we just don't think he's big enough yet for even the smallest valve that they make. The next day he came to us and said, I've been reading, there's this procedure where I might be able to go in and cut into his trunk or his aorta, what should have been his aorta, and make the valve fit, because it's so close. You got to know that this is a huge surgery for me. It's a huge surgery for Kaden. I don't know how it's going to come out, but as far as I'm concerned, this is his best bet. We were like, yeah, let's go for it. If there's a chance that this is going to give him the best chance, yeah, let's go for it. We were just very grateful that he was willing to try something new and scary and different, because, after 13 and a half hours of surgery on May 8th, it was a success. He just felt confident that this had really worked, and it was thanks to him taking a huge risk and having faith in Kaden and faith in the procedure and the medicine that it can happen.
In 2 years, who knows how much technology will develop in that point, and that gives us a lot of encouragement to know that every day, every month that he continues, something else is developing, somebody else is working hard on something that's going to help our little guy.
Kaden's, I think, kind of impressed everybody. honestly. His odds at the beginning were so grim, and he's just come so far. Cardiac-wise, he's doing really well. You know, we have high hopes for his future, but we also are realistic. We don't know what his future is still.
Whoa.
He's just got a tough demeanor. He's used to hard knocks and some tough things, and it comes through in his personality. He's just one of the sweetest little guys you could ever be around, I think.
Yes. He's definitely a sweetheart. He's a charmer. He knows how to make people smile, and he gets such a high off of making people smile and laugh.
Good job.
Kaden is here because of technology and medicine and faith and taking risks and fundraising. He's just a really special, special kid. He just touches your heart very easily.
Can I have a kiss?